or a single TV, often a black and white TV, to hear the evening news. And for many Americans, particularly in rural areas, public broadcasting was the only option for them. That was true in some parts of our country. They could only access public broadcasting to get up-to-date news and information. Those days are gone. Things are much different today. Today, Americans get their news everywhere. Websites, podcasts, social media posts, radio shows, cable TV, streaming, broadcast television. The world has changed, particularly the world of mass communications. I think back 10, 15 years ago in my state, Louisiana, newspapers were king, followed closely by local television stations. Newspapers led with the news and everybody else followed in terms of what was newsworthy. Boy, those days changed. I polled recently in Louisiana to find out where my people in Louisiana get their news. 4% of the people in Louisiana get their news from the newspapers. That's just a fact. Number one, as you might imagine, is the internet. The world has changed. This trend is not partisan. It's not a Republican thing or it's not a Democratic thing. President Trump and former Vice President Harris, they both did popular podcasts in their election. And many of my fellow senators and many of my friends in the House running for election also did podcasts as well. A lot of the pundits have even called the 2024 race the podcast election. No American today, not one that I know of, is dependent on a single source of news to remain informed. And that's a good thing. It might have made sense many years ago for the federal government to subsidize and fund public broadcasting. 50 years ago, that might have made sense. But the ability of the American people today to access whatever news they would like to hear from whatever form of media they choose is no longer limited. It's virtually unlimited to just only by the imagination. So here's my question, Mr. President, and something that we need to think about. If all this is true, if media has changed, and it's accessible to everyone, why is the United States Congress still spending $500 million a year, not $500,000 a year, $500 million a year to fund the Corporation for Public Broadcasting? It makes no sense. The corporation
يا جزء من الساعة جزء نقول لهم لا حبش 100 بر دموز وصلوا إذا بلون تاش منيرة
سريع
انت منيرة كذا أنا كوريا قالها تمثل هجي كلهم صراحة هذا سيفل سيرفانتس ناي إثيوبيا هنا بيرفعون زدوروا كلهم نعاق خدول لهم imposition كسبب كلام كهي ترفيهم أطفخا ስለዚህ ከምኡ ፀገም ኣለዎም ኣብ ኢራን ሕጂ እቲ ፅቡቅ ስትራቴጂ ገይሮም ክወዝዎ ዝኽእሉ በቲ ዓቀባን ገለ እንዳገበሩ እንዳዳኸሞ ነቲ ስርዓት ኣብ ርእሲኡ ከዓ ባዕሉ ተበላሊዑ ንክመውት ምድፋእ እዩ እቲ ዝሓሸ ኮይኑ ዝረአ ብብዙሓት ማለት እዩ እንተ ተኻኢሉ
ናብዛ ናይ ጥቅምቲ 7 ዝነበረት ክንምለስ እሞ ሃማስ ነዚ መጥቃዕቲ እዚ ክፍፅም ከሎ እቲ መጀመርያ ነቶም ጅሆውን ሒዙ ነቶም ተቐተሎም ቀትል ከሎ እዚ ጥፋኣት እዚ ኣብ ግምት ኣይእትወን ነይሩ ክንብል ንኽእል ዶ? እዚ ዝሰዓበ ነገር ከምዚ ስዕባ ኣብ ግምት ኣይእትወን ነይሩ ምባል ይከኣል ዶ? ብጉይ ዝኾነ ስጉምቲ እዩ ምባል ይከኣል ዶ?
ብጣዕሚ ኣፀጋሚ ነዚ ሕቶ እዚ ክትምልስ ምክንያቱ ንዓቶም እንታይ ኣማራፂ ኣለዎም ጀካ ቃለሶም ድሕር ዘይኮይነሲ ልዕሊ 2 ሚልዮን ዝኸውን ኣብ ሓንቲ ንእሽተይ ቦታ ዕፅዋት እዮም ምስ ደገ መራኸቢ የብሎምን ብጀካ መጻውቦ ዝኾነ ታሽሙሎ ቼክ ፖይንትስ በን ጌርካ ትሓልፍ ወይ በእስራኤል ወይ በግብፂ ማለት እየን ካብኡ ሰኑን ትምህርቲ ወይ ሕክምናን ገለተ ዘይኮይኑ ዳርጋ ዕፁይ ኣብኡ ዘሎ ኣብ ጋዛ ዘሎ ማለት እየ ሕጂ ብዙሕ ኣማራፂታት የብሎምን እዚ ሓደ ሓደ ፀገም ነቲ ሩት ኮዝ ናይዚ ፀገማት እዚ ንዕኡ እንተዘይፈትሕካሲ ከምዚ ኣሲርካ ንሓደ ሕብረተሰብ ወላ ተዘይህሉ ሓማሱን ካልኦት ሓማሳት ክመፁ ምዃኖም ክትርዳእ ትኽእል ኣለካ ሕጂ እዚ ትፀገም እዩ እዚኣቶም ብዙሕ ኣማራፂታት የብሎም ሞትሲ ብኩሉ ዓይነት ክንመውት ኢና እንተ ብጥሜት ድዩ እንተ ብጭንቂ ድዩ እንተ ብካልእ ድዩ ድሓር ከም ዝበልኩኻ ኩነታት እኮ ተጓሂሩ ዳ እምበር ክቕፅል ይፀኒሑ መቕተልቲ ይኹን ውጊ ይኹን ኣብዚ ዝተፈላለዩ ምክንያቱ እቲ ሰፈራታት ናይ እስራኤል እውን ኣይጠጠው ኣይበለን ኣብቲ ወላ ብናይ ኦስሎ ስምዕ እቲ ዌስት ባንክ ዝበሃልን እቲ ጋዛን ዝበሃልን እዚ ክልቲኡ ኣብ ትሕቲ ፍጹም ፍልስጤማዊ ምሕደራ ክኸውን ኣብቲ ኣብ 48 ክሳብ 1967 ዝሓዝዎ መሬት ከዓ ንሱ خلاص ከም ሃገር እስራኤል ኮይኑ እሳቶም እውን ተኣሚኖም ክቕበልዎ ብከምዚ ነይሩ ቱ ስቴት ሶሉሽን ዝበሃል ብዙሕ ግዜ ክልተ ሃገራት ፍታሕ ኢሎም ዘቕረቦ ምስ ናይ ኦስሎ ስምዕ ናይ መጀመርያ ተስዓታት ዝተተሓዘ እዩ ሕጂ ወተስምዕቲ ከዓ ፈሪሱ እዩ ዳርጋ ኣብ መሬት ከም ዘይሰርሕ ተገይሩ ምክንያቱ ሰፈራታት ብማይ ተሻሕት ዝኾኑ ሓደሽቲ ሰፈራታት ተፈጢሮም ኣብዚ ከባቢ እዚ ስለዚ እቲ ኩነታት ዳርጋ ቀፃሊ እዩ ዘሎ ሕዚ እንድሕር ንዑ ኣድሬስ ዘይገበርካ ንዑ ዘይፈወስካ ግን ልክዕ እዩ ከተዳኽሞ ትኽእል ኢኻ ነቲ ተፀባይ ሓይልታት ግን ነቲ ሽግር ፈፂምካ ካብ ህላዌ ካብ ኤግዚስተንስ ከተልግሶ ይትኽእልን ኢኻ እዩ ዝብል ግምት ዘለና ንያ
መስገነካ
leader of the Eritrean opposition. First of all, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I am also fine, and we met before, but we did not film, so this is the first time we are talking on the camera. Yeah. And first of all, if briefly you can explain us current geopolitical situation in the Corn of Africa.
Eritrea is located in the southern part of Red Sea, surrounded by completely failed states, which are Sudan in civil war, Ethiopia in civil war, Yemen in civil war.
So it's not that nice region, let's say this way.
It is like
problematic environment.
Yes, like what Israel is facing. This is Syria is failed state. In the Gaza, everyone surrounding Israel is very as well failed or semi-failed, even the Egyptian or the Jordan and the so we have a very brutal dictatorship who solidified his power by isolating the country from the world. Eritrea is the most isolated country like North Korea.
Yeah, so the leader came into the power in the beginning of the 90s after the long fight for the independence of Eritrea, of a few different forces. He was actually in charge of quite small group of people, right? And he became the...
Yeah, just he was the chairman or the general secretary of the EPLF. So when
he led the freedom movement of Eritrea.
It was a coalition of many individuals. So he imprisoned all his comrades, he killed everyone, he arrested one, so then he left alone. So he's in power practically, not because he has a good economy or has high tech or everything, just he live by isolating, by blocking the state. So Eritrea is under hostage of Isaias Afwerki, under the hostage of the dictator, Isaias Afwerki.
Yeah, Isaias Afwerki, yeah. He's quite old man right now, and should we see changes soon in Eritrea?
Yeah, there will be change. It's not going to last anymore. Maybe within 12 to 16 months, there will be change in Eritrea soon.
So may it be that I'm talking to the future president of Eritrea?
Yeah, probably, but...
نظام الأخوان المسلمين أحواتنا دك عدنا تزن نزارب نجارسي بسمعت كي يكون اسبرديت يكون اسكي أنا حنت نجار يستلي ማንም ኣብ ኤርትራ ዝነብር ሙስሊም ኣና ዓረቢ ክብለኒ ኣይክእልኒ ኣብዚ ንሰማዕ እንተደኣ ኮይና እየ ዝብል እንተደኣ ሃልዩ ከዓ ጭብጥን መርትዖን ሒዙ ይዛረብ ኦኬ ሓደ ዘይተረዳእኩም ዓብ ፀገም ኣሎ ንስኹም እምነትኩም ዳዩ እስልምና እምበር ንስኹም ዓረብ ኣይኮንኩምን ድገንፀልካ ገንፅል ዝፈሓርካ ፈሓር ዘምፀኻ ምፅእ ዓረብ ምዃንካ መረጋገፂ ክተምፃለይ ትኽእልን ኢኻ ወይ ወዲ ሰሆ ወይ ወዲ ዓፋር ወይ ወዲ ትግረ ወይ ወዲ ሕዳር ጥራሕኻ ክትከውን ትኽእል ዓረብ ኢሉ ክዛረብ ዝኽእል ኣብ ኤርትራ ረሻይዳ ጥራሕ እዩ ረሻይዳ ከዓ ስደተኛ እዩ ብጭብጢ ክንዛረብ ተደኣ ኮይና ማለት እዩ ኣነ ኣብ እስራኤል ስለ ዘለኹ ጥራይ ኣብ ጎኒ እስራኤል ኮይነን ወታደራት እስራኤል ስለ ዝሓገዝኩ ጥራይ በቲ እምነትካ ሓሲብካ ተሓምም ተደኣ ኮንካ ቅርፅ በል ንዓኻ ምልከት ንዓኻ ምልከት ኣብ መንጎ እስልምናን ዓረብ ምዃንን ግን በበይን እዩ እስልምና እምነት እዩ ስለዚ እምነትኩም ዳኣዩ እስልምና እምበር ንሕና ዓረብ ኢና ክትብሉኒ ኣይትኽእሉን ኢኹም እንኽእል ኢና መረጋገፂ ለና ዓረብ ምዃንና ትብሉ ትኾንኩም ከዓ ጭብጢ ቅርቡ እንጂ ተዓረብ ኣይድልኒ ይኮነ እንደሎ ዘረባ ዓረብ ትዛረብ ደሊኻ ተዛረብ ኣተሓሳስባ ናይ ዓረብ ግን እንታይ ምዃኑ ፅቡቅ ገይረ ስለ ዝፈልጥ እየ ኣነ ፀረ ዓረብ ዝኮንኩ ፀረ ዓረብ እምበር ፀረ እስልምና ከዓ ኣይኮንኩን እዚ ተወጃቢርኩም ዘሎ ምክንያቱ ግልፂ ትነግሩና ኢኹም ብግልፂ ትዛረቡ ኢኹም ካብ ኤርትራዊ ሓውኻ ኮይኑ ክርስቲያን ኮይኑ ፍልስጤማዊ ዓረብ ይቀርበኒ ወይ እስላም ይቀርበኒ ትብሉ ኢኹም ወይ ኣነ ደኣ እሞ ካልእ እምነት ዘለዎ ከምዚ ናተይ እምነት ዘለዎ እሱ ዘይቀርበኒ ባዕልኩም ኢኹም እቲ መንገዲ ተሪእና ዘለኹም ሕጂ እውን ኣብ ዘይህደለ ፅልእን ቀርሕንትን ምእታዊ ትርጉም የብሉን እምነትኩምን ትኾንዎ ዘለኹምን ፈላሊኹም ረኣዩ ኦፍኮርስ እምነትኩም እስልምና ይኽብረልኩም ጨገም ዝበሃል ይብሉ ኣነ ዓረብያ ግን ክትብለኒ ትኽእልን ኢኻ ኣብ ኤርትራ እንኮ መጊቱ ዓረብያ ክብለኒ ዝኽእል ረሻይዳ ጥራሕ ካልእ ቋንቋ ትግርኛ የድለናኒ ዓረቢና ንደሊ ብምንታይ ቋንቋ የምኩም ትብሉኻ በቲ ትግርኛ ብትግርኛ ገይርኩም ሲ ትግርኛ የድለናኒ ትብሉና ኣለኹም ሶ ትግርኛ ዘይህድለኩም እንተኮይና እታ ትግርኛ ምዝራብ ጉደፍዋ ምዝራብ ተደኣ ኮይኑ ክንዛረብ ኢና ታንክ ዩ
is a plan to relocate roughly 2 million Palestinians from Gaza.
It's a war-torn area. We're going to take it. We're going to hold it. We're going to cherish it.
President Trump meeting with King Abdullah of Jordan and insisting the U.S. has the authority to take Gaza.
We're going to get it going eventually where a lot of jobs are going to be created for the people in the Middle East.
Trump is pushing for Jordan and Egypt to take in Palestinians from Gaza, something the two nations have rejected. But today, Abdullah gave a diplomatic response.
I think the point is how do we make this work in a way that is good for everybody? Right. Obviously, we have to look at the best interests of the United States, of the people in the region, especially to my people of Jordan.